My name is Pawan and I welcome you all towards our YouTube channel of Art of Law. And today we'll be doing a rapid quick revision of your All India Bar examination, especially about Hindu law. We'll be covering up, and most of the time, you get almost like 5 questions from the Hindu law. It could be from Hindu Marriages Act, one thing. And second thing is about, again, for your Hindu Marriages Act, make sure that you are having the Bar Act without fail, or it's going to be a little tough for you. And then again, you have for the fact of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, and even for the fact of Hindu Succession Act. These three are very important. No matter what, you should be having the Bar Act in your hand. So now, keeping that in the mind, we will be starting with our entire prep for All India Bar examination. So now, what I want to highlight for today is about few couple of important pointers while we start. The one is about 5 questions. It's very easy to get and score, provided in which you know how to get the marks by referring to the Bar Act. So make sure that you're being very familiar with your Bar Act. If you're doing that, then nothing to worry. Starting with the first question, Hindu Marriages Act. Okay, so Hindu Marriages Act, if you observe, which of the following section deals with the Sapinda relationship? So Sapinda relationship, if you observe the definitions, most of the definitions that comes in a definition section 2, right? But remember, in family law, especially in Hindu law, definitions comes in a section 3. Don't forget, definitions comes in a section 3. Now, the very important aspect which I want all of you to look at it, let's go to the Bar Act. Okay, let's parallel look into the Bar Act and let's go to section 3 now. They have given how many options over here? B, about Hindu marriage Sapinda relationship. Is it option B, district courts? So it's not that. So option D, I'm doing it with you so that you are getting an uterine blood. Obviously not. And then option F, is it F? Sapinda relationship. So the right answer is F. Very simple. So from the Bar Act itself, you'll be able to figure it out. This is the right answer. So agar Bar Act, if you're getting the full answer, you just need to select it and then just put a mark. Yes, that's it. As per the Hindu Marriages Act, which of the following categories will be treated as Hindu? So all of the above. If you observe all of these above category, if you observe the beginning of the Bar Act itself, if you just start reading, the first section itself very clearly defines, who is basically an Hindu and what not comes under the category of an Hindu. For example, Buddhist, Sikh, Jain, all of the above, they are coming as an Hindu. Okay, so do not miss this particular thing. If you observe over here itself, I'll just quickly show it to you so that it's easy for you. 15 minutes rapid revision round, what we're doing now. So yes, Buddhist, Jain, Sikh religion. So I hope that is also clear for you. Section 7 of the Hindu Marriages Act specifies what? Section 7 of the Hindu Marriages Act. Go to your Bar Act. Go to your Bar Act, section 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ceremonies of a Hindu marriage. It's given over here directly. So nothing to think, just go over here. Section 7 of the Hindu Marriages Act, section 7. Correct. Now, which section deals with a void marriage? So what section deals with a void marriage? The void marriage, if you observe, it comes under, they have given few options over here. Sorry, I didn't type over. It's actually section 11 of the Hindu Marriages Act. So I'll go to the index page, okay? Void marriage, very simple. Void marriage, I'll just check the section and just type over here. So this is the section 11 is the correct answer. I hope it's clear for you. Now, which provision deals with the maintenance and litigation expenses during the pendency of proceeding? Okay, litigation proceedings at the pendency of litigation, it comes under which one? So they've given again sections over here. So 24, 25, they've given the option as this, no? Maintenance, pendency, lit and expenses of proceeding. So that means what? During the pendency of litigation. So it is section 24. Very simple. In Bar Act itself, you can answer such kind of question. Nothing to by heart or something. Okay. So which provision deals with the maintenance and litigation expenses during the pendency of proceeding? It's section 24. All right. The solemnization of marriage, wherein if one of the parties consented to marriage under the fraud or force, then the marriage is what? So if you're marrying someone with the fraud or force, it is considered to be a voidable marriage. Remember always. I hope this question you'll never be forgetting. Voidable marriage. If I'm making a person to marry, okay, making a person to marry either through fraud or it could be through yes, I'll just reduce this. So yes, yeah, either through fraud or either through force, then that marriage is considered to be voidable. Okay, now as per section 16 of the Hindu Marriages Act, legitimacy of the children is applicable to what? Both void and voidable marriage. So if you're having, as per 16 of the Hindu Marriages Act, let me go to the Bar Act 16. What does it say? Legitimacy of the children, void and voidable marriage. So it very clearly says what? As per the Hindu section 16 Hindu Marriage Act, legitimacy of the children is applicable to void and voidable marriage. Such kind of marriages is considered to be what? Void and voidable marriages. It's clear for you. Section 9 of the Hindu Marriages Act deals with what? Section 9 of the Hindu Marriages Act. Just go to your Bar Act, section 9. Restitution of conjugal rights. Okay? It's restitution of conjugal rights. Nothing to study, just by heart. Just take a screenshot, start learning. 15 minutes, aram se you will be able to clear this exam. I'm like in this particular round of questions. The theory of consent for divorce was introduced under Hindu Marriages Act was which one? So it's a little tricky question. But what I can tell is about, you need to just remember that for the divorce, it is always section 13B. Okay, section 13B. So what I'm doing, I'm going to section 13B, divorce by mutual consent. Can you see this point? Yes. This is the divorce by mutual consent. Now, if you go divorce by mutual consent, let me go to section 13. Okay, 13B. So I'm in, yeah, somewhere 13. 13, where is B? Section 13B, yeah. Divorce by mutual consent. If you observe, alternative relief to divorce party. Can you see this footnotes? 3. So footnotes, if you observe, it was in there 1976. So it's very simple. From Bar Act itself, you'll be able to answer it. Pura question you'll be able to answer from this. Okay. And I just want to tell you, join a WhatsApp group because we'll be covering all the questions over here for your prep. So, and all the important things we'll also be sharing in the group. Which provision deals with maintenance and litigation expenses during the pendency of the proceeding? What do you mean by maintenance and litigation expenses? Which section speaks about that? Maintenance and litigation expenses that you'll be finding under, let's go to a barrack. Section 24, it says, no? Maintenance, pendency, lit, expenses of proceedings. Same. Remember this? This is very important. Most repeated questions again and again. So you need to thoda importance you have to give for it. Now, the effect of non-registration of marriage under section 8. So if I'm marrying, okay, I'm marrying a girl. So when I'm marrying, if I'm not registering it, do you think that marriage will become invalid? Obviously not. Okay, so what will happen over in such cases? Does not invalidate the marriage but calls for imposition of penalty. So it will not invalidate the marriage but it will impose what? Penalty for it. Now, what do you mean by the question 12 says about the grounds of judicial separation under section 10 of the Hindu Marriages Act are what? Let's go to section 10. Judicial separation. Judicial separation, this is same in common logic. The grounds for judicial separation under section 10 of Hindu Marriages Act is the same as grounds for divorce. So obviously for grounds of divorce, the same as what is mentioned in the section 10. Okay, grounds for divorce. So everything's cleared over there. So this is, you can expect, okay, from all the three barracks, that is Hindu Marriages Act, and again from your Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act, Hindu Succession Act, 5 marks aram se you'll be getting. Now coming about Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act, what do you mean by Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act? Adoption, maintenance, everything will be dealing now. Now let's start with one by one. Under which circumstances a Hindu wife will lose her right to separate residence or from her husband? Okay, so under what instances will an Hindu wife Hindu wife will lose her right to separate residence or from her husband? So if she is doing some extra unchastity means what? If she's having an extra marital affair with another guy or cease to be a Hindu, she converts a religion, then what happened? In either A or B situation, I'll just highlight over here. Under such situation, a Hindu wife will lose her right to separate residence or from her husband. Even maintenance for an extent also she will not be getting it. Okay, so remember this. Now, very quickly, who is obliged to maintain an illegitimate child under the Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act? Who is obliged to maintain an illegitimate child? So, illegitimate child. What do you mean by illegitimate child? For example, I and a girl before marrying, we are having a child. So, without marriage, if you're having a child, that child is considered to be what? Illegitimate child. Now, who's responsible of taking care of it? Both mother and father. So remember that both mother and father is equally responsible for it. Now, under section 18(2) of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, a wife is entitled to separate residence and maintenance if the husband is guilty of desertion, cruelty, conversion to another religion. So all of the above is the right answer. Fourth question is about what? Hindu male under Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act 1956 can have what? Either adopted daughter or adopted son. I'll tell you one thing, okay? Just listen to my explanation very carefully, which I'm going to tell now. I want you to put this in the mind. If I am a male, okay, who's 21, if I'm a male, and if I want to adopt a son, adopt a girl child, then 21 years ka age gap should be there. 21 years for opposite sex, okay? Girl child if I want to adopt. Okay, similar way, if I'm a female, if I want to adopt a male child, similar way, how much years? 21 years ka gap period should be there. Only then I can adopt a male child. Girl. Male means, I'm sorry, I'm like a boy child. Sorry. Section 19 of the Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act 1956 provides for the maintenance of what? Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 provides for the maintenance of whom? All right. So let's look into a Barak 1999 maintenance of widow daughter-in-law. Very simple. Did you study anything? Just pura highlight, learn. Nothing much. Not even nothing complicated over here. All right. So which of the following? Which fifth question? Okay. Sixth question. Which of the following is essential for a valid adoption under the Hindu law? So valid adoption is what? Is it datta homam, actual giving and taking of a child? So it is actual giving and taking of the child is a right, this one. Okay. If I want to adopt, for example, if I'm taking a child from any other particular family, I'm taking care of the child, particular child, that is important. That is an essential for valid adoption. Which of the following relations is not dependent under Section 21 of Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act? Which of the following relations? It is actually the grandmother. Remember this. You can actually by heart it also. Nothing much complicated. Which of the following relation not dependent under Section 21 of the Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act? 21 dependence of it's this one. So grandmother. Okay. Grandmother. So actually the dependents are who? Mother, widow, and daughter. Okay. The requisite of a valid adoption and mentioned under what? Valid adoption and maintenance mentioned are under which section? Section 6. Section 6 of the Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act. Just keep this thing also in the mind so that you're not losing out your marks. Simple. Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act under Section 6. Requisite of a valid adoption. Requisite of a valid adoption, nothing but go to your bar act. Okay, it's mentioned over here very clearly. See, here if you observe, you not by heart anything, it's only in the bar act. The Section 12 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 deals with what? Cancellation of adoption, presumption as to the document relating to adoption, effect of adoption, or this one. Nothing but just go to your bar act. What does it say? Effects of adoption. See, it's so easy. This is a previous year question papers, repeated questions. You should be getting full marks, no matter what. What should be the age difference between adoptive father and adoptive daughter for a valid adoption? I already taught you. 21 years, 21 years. पूरा 21 years का gap होना ही होगा without fail. Hindu male can adopt a female child if the difference of age is between how much years? Again, think, what did I tell you? 21 years. No missing out for this particular thing. Okay. Which of the following sections of Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act 1956 deals with amount of maintenance? So amount of maintenance comes in which section? Section 23. It's very easy. Bar Act mein nothing but we just went to the Bar Act and then we just took the answer. Amount of maintenance, clearly it's given over here. Alright. So in the Hindu Succession Act, the succession in case of female Hindus is governed by what? Okay. The succession. So let me just show you the Hindu Succession Act. This is our Hindu Succession Act. If you have not opened your Bar Act, congratulations, open it now. So agar if you observe, succession in case of female Hindus is governed under which section? Is it section 8, section 12, section 15, or this one? So section 15 says about what? General rules of succession in case of female Hindus. So yes. Which section is that? Section 15 is the right answer. Okay. It's full of Barak ka game. Okay. Under Section 8 of the Hindu Marriages Act 1956, who will rank first as a higher from the following? So remember this. I want you to by heart this table. Okay. What I'm going to tell you now, there are, wait, before that also, I just want to highlight one thing. It's about Section 8 of the Hindu Marriages Act. If you observe, where is it? The coparcenary of a female Hindu to take, sorry, not coparcenary, Section 8. General rules of succession in case of males. Very important. In case of males, it is always all of the above. It is mother, widow of the predeceased son. All this are what? They are rank. If, for example, if a person die, his wife or his widow, his mother or predeceased son, all of them comes under that category for getting as heirs. The Hindu Succession Act 1956 mentions what? Two types of heirs of a Hindu male, three types of heirs of a Hindu male, four types of hair as a Hindu male, and five types of a Hindu male. So the answer is very simple. It is the four types of hair of a Hindu male. Remember this. I'm going to explain to you now very clearly. Just write it down somewhere. Okay. Write it down right now itself. It is about we have class 1 hairs. Class 1 hairs. Then we have class 1 hairs. Then we have class 2 hairs. Then we have agnates and cognates. Very important. A Hindu dies and he already made a will before his death. The succession in the case will be governed under which one? If a Hindu die, okay, if I'm already making a will it be Hindu Succession or Indian Succession Act? The answer is Indian Succession Act. Don't get confused, okay? Remember, it is always Indian Succession Act, not the Hindu Succession Act. You should never be making a mistake on this without fail, okay? The disqualification from inheritance on the ground of murder of a person is proved under Um, I'll show you this very important section. Qualification from inheritance on the ground of murder of the person is provided under Section 5025 of the Hindu Succession Act. It is coming under what? Section 25 of the Hindu Succession Act. The You can just look into the barrack. Okay, very simple. Go to your barrack, Section 25. Observe murderer disqualified. If you're murdering, then obviously Govinda, Govinda, you're not getting the any kind of inheritance. Okay, murdering, and then if you're trying to say if I'm murdering a person and if I want the inheritance of the property, Kanta, you won't be getting anything. The Hindu daughter became a co-partner by which one? It is Hindu Succession Act of 2005. Never forget it. It's an important section. Section 16 of Hindu Succession Act deals with what? Section 16 of the Hindu Succession Act deals with both A and B. Order of succession of a female Hindu, manner of distribution among heirs of a Hindu family. Very important. The right of an unborn child in womb at the time of death of the intestate deals under which section? So, right of an unborn child in the womb at the time of death of the intestate deals under which section? If you observe, it comes under section. Let's go to Agenti. Right of the child of an womb. See, it's a keyword itself. You'll be able to answer it. Okay, nothing much complicated. You can get full marks over here itself. Okay, Section 29 of the Hindu Succession Act deals with what? Section 29, it's actually a doctrine of escheat. Okay, it's very important. I'll tell you what is this. For example, if I'm a Hindu, okay, if I'm a Hindu male, and if I die, just imagine if there is no heirs for my particular property, it will go to the government. That is called a doctrine of escheat. So that's it. I hope all of you are very clear. Aram se 5 markers you will be getting. It's the rapid 15 minutes round. Hindu Marriages Act, Hindu Succession Act, as well as Hindu Maintenance Act. You should be getting this particular marks no matter what. 5 marks is very important. Wish you all the best. Good luck, and make sure that you're letting me know in the comments if you like this video and any suggestions, improvements are there. And please do join our WhatsApp group. Links I've already put in the description box. And any help is needed, please do reach out. We would be happy to connect you, support you at all possible manner. Take care. Goodbye. Wish you all the best.